Debate rages over Dish's financial future. This is a legitimate concern, my friends. All right, so the situation with Dish. Their finances are bad, folks. So bad that even CEOs of rival companies are willing to publicly discuss it. Look, there is no person more disingenuous than T-Mobile CEO Mike Sievert. This dude is sweaty armpits in the truest sense. Eugene spoke on Charlie Ergen and Dish. He said, I don't count Dish or Charlie out very easily. That may be true. Maybe we shouldn't count him out. But guys, he's full of crap. They have, like, T-Mobile has been, they've been absolutely shitting on Dish for 3 years. They gave him a horrible deal on the, MVNO side for network access. It was so bad that they went to AT&T, right? And they're trying to shut out every T-Mobile SIM that's on the Dish network, that's on Boost Mobile. Here's some financial analyst disclosures. Dish's capital structure may be unsustainable long-term given elevated interest rates and significant refinancing requirements in 2024 and beyond that may require it to operate with lower levels of debt to generate positive cash flow. Folks, things don't look good at Dish right now. You know what I'm saying? They're not generating revenue. All the money that they're spending on a network that doesn't bring back any type of return. All right, they're having a hard time raising capital. The interest rates that they're going to get are going to be horrible because of their credit rating probably. I would bet that they probably get twice as bad rates as T-Mobile. And we've always viewed T-Mobile as kind of like third in line, like outside of Sprint, right? It's always like Verizon, AT&T. Those guys can get whatever money that they want. But it's not the same at Dish. So, when T-Mobile's CEO Mike Sievert comes out and says, I don't count them out, he's full of shit. They all count him out. They don't think that he's able to competently build out a network and operate a business. And there's no indications of such. It's not that they're wrong. They're just lying. Right? They're being disingenuous about the legitimacy of their prospects. They might be able to build out a network, but they're definitely not able to run a business. Look at what's happening at Dish. The place is always freaking on fire. I mean, let's not even get to the point to talk about how their executives leave every week. See, that's another issue. They can't even keep the good people at their company. These people are coming and going. It's like a revolving door. The Dish executives, they're like, man, this is terrible over here. I'm out. They're bailing. So they could talk about cloud. They could talk about edge computing. They could talk about enterprise, blah, blah, blah. But folks, the way that they dealt with their ransomware attack, the way that they dealt with the customers, the way that they treat dealers, I ain't got no faith in Dish operations, not in the current way that it's run. Hell no. How? And you guys know me. I have been a huge proponent and supporter of Dish, and people still can't figure out why. People literally say in my comment section all the time, why do you support Dish? Why do you want them to succeed? Well, why the hell not? How is the world better without Dish succeeding? The consumer marketplace is better if they can compete. At the very least, if they build out a network, they could at least then sell to someone who could operate and run a business. At the very least. So at least we can get that much. All right, 800 megahertz, that frequency, T-Mobile has it. They've been using it, I guess. I don't know. Dish can't afford to buy it. They don't have the capital. I guess to make that purchase, they'd have to spend, I think, $3.6 billion, which they don't have because they're trying to hit their requirement of 70% of the U.S. pops by June. From what I hear, and this is what I'm hearing, I can't confirm or deny, there's nothing official. They're going to get there. They're going to hit that 70% mark. Maybe once they get to that point, they can actually buy the spectrum and put it on air. But they got to pay T-Mobile that. And if they don't want to buy it and if they don't pay for it, then it's going to auction. And then T-Mobile can have it. Verizon could have it. AT&T could have it. I don't know. It wouldn't make sense for them to not take it while it's, at that value. Unless it's not worth $3.6 billion and they're like, hey, let's auction it and see if we can get a discount. Maybe that's Charlie being Charlie. I don't know. What do you guys think? What is 13.5 megahertz bandwidth? of 800 megahertz, band 26 from Sprint. What's that worth? Is it worth $3.6 billion? I don't know. You know what, Josh? I hear you. Dish can be very fast. I mean, when I'm near a tower site, it's 250 meg. From a mile away, it's 100 meg. From 2 miles away, it's 50 meg. And then you're starting to get to edge cell, and the uplink is weak sauce. Zero Cool says 800 megahertz frequency, 13 megahertz bandwidth is not worth $3.6 billion. I kind of agree with you, man. I don't think it's worth it. So, if that's the case, do you think Charlie's just like, to hell with it, put it to auction, nobody's going to want it, I'll get it for a deal. I'll get it for $1 billion. I don't know what the... What do they call that? The reserve? I don't know what the reserve would be. I have no clue. All right, we'll see how that plays out. We'll continue to track it. There are different ways that you can support the SMT. One of them, obviously, is to rate the video. That helps. You interact with the content, comments and likes and shares and those things. But if you want to be more directly supportive of your content creators, the way that you do that is with supports like the Buy Me a Coffee link. You can support us that way. There's also the other, donation type supports. Really what I want to do is grow the communities within Patreon and the YouTube memberships, and more so the Patreon, because I can give you more through Patreon. So if you guys like what the YouTube channel does and you like what it offers, you're looking for a bunch of things like early access videos and additional live streams, you want more of the SMT, that's how you could do it. So I recommend checking us out on Patreon. The link is in the description. But if you don't want to do that, then you can support us lots of other ways. In the description, you've got the coffee link. You've got other stuff. There's ways to support the channel. Of course, if you need service, but you want a good value, you're sick and tired of price hikes, you're looking for a better deal, we have partnered with Mint Mobile. All right, use our partner link. It's in the description. They just increased all of the data allotments on all their plans, and they didn't touch pricing. So the 4 gig plan went to a 5 gig plan. They kept it $15. The 15 gig plan, right, used to be a 10 gig plan, right? And they kept it at $20 a month, right? So they added all this value, didn't even touch pricing. This is why we absolutely must support this company. They are doing good things. I mean, you tell me what carrier is doing this. What carrier gives you more for the same amount of money, right? All these other companies are raising pricing. T-Mobile just increased plan rates, right? Their new plans are more expensive. Verizon is historically known, AT&T historically known for slapping on increases to fees and additional fees and all those types of things. Mint Mobile's different. They're different. They're giving you more and they're not charging you more, right? So if you're looking for a second line, you want to try the T-Mobile network, you're looking for a better value. I can think of a dozen reasons to switch to Mint Mobile. And of course, you can port your number. You can get, phone deals. They'll like, look at this one. It's here at the top, right? We're talking about 6 months of free service when you buy a phone and get their 6-month plan. So you would essentially have a year of service and a phone all on a good deal. Can't beat it. All right. Links in the description. Use it. It's our unique partner link, and it will support the channel.